Sorry about that. As you know, it is new media. There are many things that are new to all of us, but we're back on, and I hope you're all still tuned in. I'd like to thank, of course, GTEL for providing us with some devices that are helping this happen. I'd like to thank Zimbo Live for streaming to the rest of the world on our behalf as well. And, of course, we are live on Facebook, Ruvheneko, on Twitter, Ruvheneko P, and on Instagram, Ruvheneko. So we continue our conversation with Desmond Chideme, known as Stunner, right? And before that, we were having quite a sensitive conversation, and I was asking him about how this impacts his children and people around him, his family, not just himself. So Des, let's get right into this issue now, right? The reason you're here today is because of the most recent incidents with you and your wife, Olinda. Are you and Olinda officially married regarding the Marriage Act in Zimbabwe? Are you married with a 511, and are you married traditionally?
We're married traditionally. I'm not really sure about the laws and everything, but yeah, we are.
Right.
Hence, that is why all that was going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are traditionally married, not legally married. That is not. You don't have a court to marry. You don't have a court
no papers
wedding.
have been signed.
No papers have been signed. So right now, we want to understand your side of the story. All along, we have watched videos, highlights, read posts about her feelings toward you and how you handled her as a woman, as a wife. What we say, Stunner, is your side of the story. Starting from Thursday, what incited Olinda to take her phone and go to the world and tell them how much you hurt her?
What incited her? I can't say I have an idea. Just I know as much as everybody else knows. You know, I had to be told. Like I said,
that
before,
can't be true.
But it's actually,
you know as much as everybody knows.
It's actually really true because I had to be told.
All right, Stunner, level with me. All right, level with me. And it is. Your life has been put on a public platform. All right. There are certain things you've already shared with us, and from what we know, let us know what happened the day that she went on her phone. You obviously know more than us.
That's where I'm going,
right.
And you'll understand.
Right.
What she was talking about is apparently one of my very close friends, and
who's that?
When I say very close, I mean like really close, because I have a group chat that has, I think, maximum 8 people.
Right.
Right. One of those 8 people. So I'm not going to say it's people in the States or what, because this person is actually close.
You know who this person is?
I know who the 8 people in my group are, but so this person came up to her and said, Des is talking A, B, C, D, said this in the group. And you know, with group chats, knowing me and my friends, we could say something like, and if such information is given to the wife or to the girlfriend, they can get it anyhow they want to get it.
So right. Did she get false information?
She got information which she got into, but now the unfortunate thing is that...
Did she get false information?
The unfortunate thing is that the person in question actually existed, and this person had existed as a friend.
Okay, pause. Who was the friend that told your wife these things?
We still do not know.
Okay, and I'm asking, the things that your wife was told, were they all true?
Not all of them.
Okay, so tell us your side of the story. What are the parts that are true?
Right.
Because we know what she said, but what is your side? What's your truth?
The thing is, I'm not here to say, I'm correct, blah, 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 blah. I'm actually here to say, yes, what she said was true. And yes, I'm not going to say, oh, like all the other men, we do this. Well, no, it's not a norm of all the other men. But I had a slight lack of common sense, and I made a mistake.
You cheated on your wife?
That's what happened.
Once? Right. Was it an ongoing relationship? Is it
ongoing? She even spoke with the person. It was that one time, and she asked what she asked, and I'm not the one to get out of the house and then give the public information and that. But I'm happy because she spoke with the person in question, and they gave each other answers and everything. So I'm only here to say, yes, it happened. Right? You get me? But I'm not saying, oh, because we're men, because we're this and that. No, I'm not saying that. But
You're not justifying it.
I'm not justifying myself.
Right.
I'm not. But I'm here to say, because every time I try to say, look here, I'm sorry, blah, 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 and tempers still come up. And she said, you know what? I don't believe you're sorry. The people you care about are the people out there, the people that are watching us right now. So if you're saying you're sorry, why don't you go to those people? And, you know, I went out there, I ridiculed you, and I said all sorts. and I know I could have fought and said, hey, and then this namosha, like, what are you doing? And all fights, and I was like, okay, she's angry.
Right.
And when people are angry, they say a whole lot of things. And kana uchituka munhu, hakuna kutuka kunonzi kuri nani. You can't say kuti ndikutuka munhu ndoda kumutuka zviri nani or ndikurova munhu ndoda kumurova zviri nani. You'll say all sorts. You say, but so uri muroi chichi azviri kuti munhu anzi muroi. Because I guess you were gonna ask me, but there's also a voice note that's going around. It's actually,
before we get there, you said you're sorry. Are you sorry that you cheated on your wife, or are you sorry that your wife found out that you cheated on her?
For her finding out, that's not being sorry. That's being very afraid. I'm sorry that I did the act. Why I did it, I'd have to explain to her because that's between me and her.
Right, of course.
Right, because by me trying to tell the people, it's like I'm looking for an excuse, a way out. But I'm not looking for a way out.
Right.
I can only tell her.
Sure. And tell us about the apology she then made the next day. How did that come about?
When that happened, she came to the realization, this was the second time of her going live on Facebook. I'm like, look, this is what you're doing. Really, it doesn't make any sense.
Even though you were wrong?
Even though I was wrong, like, it doesn't make any sense. If you keep doing this, you have a whole lot at stake here. I'm a musician. I've been in worse situations. So
why didn't you make the apology? Because technically you were still wrong.
She didn't.
She had a reason to be upset.
She did not apologize for all that. She apologized for how she had reacted.
Okay, saying that she dealt with this without all the facts, but in her message that she wrote, she insinuated that she wrongly accused you. Wrongly accused you.
Like I said before, she spoke with the person in question.
Right.
Right.
And things were clarified.
Things were clarified, and whichever conclusion we reached, it's still an in-house thing.
Correct.
But the way she had dealt with it, she felt like, okay, it was a little bit too much, because I'm going to be honest. You guys have known me for 15 years. I've known my wife for close to or just about a year. Right.
Really?
I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
Right.
You've known her for a year.
So you all can't think to wardrobe. Say she's been buying it prior to our marriage, or I had what and whatnot.
Headboards and cars and
and I'm not saying that was wrong what she did. She was angry. She's justified. Even now, to come here and or anything, I wouldn't hit her back.
Right.
I don't hit women. I would never hit my wife.
So what then happened for her to then explode again on Facebook the following day?
The following day, because she felt like, I wasn't coming out and saying, okay, this is me, because I refused to go on Facebook. She's like, no, go live, talk. I'm like, I don't do this. I have my ways to do things like this.
What did she discover that day that inflamed things again? Because it seemed you had reconciled, you went on Snapchat, you posted videos, it looked like you were back together and things were going to be okay. And then she went and accelerated again.
The honest truth and respectfully, as a man,
right.
I have things that I do with my work, right? So I go to the studio, I pay producers, I pay studio time, and all those things that I do. The unfortunate part, which is to some, it's a blessing, I happen to be with these women in power, or am I allowed to say that I have money?
You're allowed to, do you?
That have money, it's not like that I have this, I don't know what you call it, manuscript. I'm like, nah, poor, rich, poor, rich. I'll get with that.
You surround yourself with powerful, influential, wealthy people.
I think that's what I am. I only try and be on my level, because if I was not on that level, they would not be with me.
Wow.
I have worked for my name, and I feel my name is worth something.
So while we're talking about finances, right, let's clarify a few things. Because Olinda said a lot, and she made a lot of accusations. You've admitted to cheating on your wife, which is fine. And again, none of our business really, none of this really is, but you've made it our business, right? A lot of us took this personally, especially the first video. I know it touched a lot of women deeply, myself included, actually. I felt for her. As much as I know you personally, Desmond, that did not sit well with me that first day. And I know many women took a very strong position against you, which is fine. But now let's understand the fact. As we said, this is your story today, right? On the issue of finances and her claiming that she is the reason you are what you are, the cars you drive, the clothes you wear, everything, that the phones you give girlfriends, she made a lot of accusations. Is Olinda your keeper? Are you a kept man who's taken care of by a wealthier woman?
I'm going to say, in our marriage, she makes the most.
Mm-hmm. She's the breadwinner.
No, she's not the breadwinner. Bread is only $1.
Oh, okay.
I get what you're saying. I'm just telling you in the sense that, listen, when you agree to marry someone, right, you look at a person and this person says to you, will you marry me?
Right.
That is the question.
That's the question you asked her.
That is the question. Mm-hmm. So you calculate that in your head, or even you calculate whether you're on 100 and he's on 20. Mm-hmm. What you have done is you've seen this person level with you.
Right.
Because if you have not seen that person level with you, you're not even supposed to be with that person.
So you saw yourself on the same level as Olinda Muchitanga?
I'm on the same level with whoever I choose to be with.
Okay, but you said that she makes more than you financially in the home now.
It is just money at the end of the day, and it really doesn't matter because right now we are where we
on
are.
paper, and the term breadwinner means that she is the one that brings the most bread into the home, even though bread is $1. 1, 2, 3, go. She'll come back with more, being the breadwinner.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. So she's the breadwinner in the home, and she is. So everything that she said in her video, telling us all that she bought the cars you drive, she bought the phone that you gave to your girlfriend. Is all that true?
It's not cars that we drive. Mm-hmm. Right. I crashed my car.
Yes, we're aware.
Mm-hmm. Right. Actually, 2 cars. Mm-hmm. They're being fixed.
How do you... Okay. That's a story for another day.
Anyway, that's a story for another day. Mm-hmm. And the car in Crescent that she spoke about first. I mean, you guys, you all put likes and praises when you hear Beyonce about Jay-Z, a jet plane and what. You're all happy. But when my wife gets me a car for my birthday, it's a big story. Mm-hmm. I could have chose to get like a cell phone or even a notepad. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all wouldn't have known about that. So that, if you want to count presents, please, like even now it's raining outside. If my wife is watching, I'd love for her to get me a jacket, which is not this one because I don't want to mess this blazer up. Please, can you go buy me another jacket? Mm-hmm. I don't mind if my wife buys me stuff. Even if she buys me a house, it's going to be Valentine's soon.
So you wouldn't mind a house for Valentine's Day?
I wouldn't mind a house for Valentine's Day.
Would you be able to buy her the same thing?
I'll be able to get her nails fixed. Like right now she's at the salon. She's at the salon. She's getting the nails fixed. A lot of women are in that salon and she's like, my husband said, I need to get my nails fixed. Right. That is priceless.
So just to be clear, right, that in your marriage, Olinda projecting all of that on social media, a lot of people talk down to her about, saying as a woman, so I believe were some of the terms. So you believe that, or you're basically saying it clearly that in your marriage, she's the breadwinner, and that's so you're not with her for money.
I was never. When I saw her, I didn't see any of that.
But you said that earlier. You said that as a man, so at some level, you assess her financial status.
How would I
and
know?
you said exactly. So when I ask you, are you with her because of her money, and your answer is no, that's contradictory.
It's not contradictory because you see a person.
Right.
Right. If I'm looking at you right now and I'm like, whoa, you're looking nice, and I'm looking nice, I'm like, my kind of girl, she can match colors. You see the small things. You see the small things.
So matching colors and matching bank accounts are worlds apart.
They're worlds apart because when you first see someone, even if I'm walking on the road and someone sees this watch, and I'm wearing a Michael Kors and they're like, dude, I have the same watch. Like, oh, really? Conversation has started. Because this person is sort of sort kuti. We are the same. You can never walk around and see someone's bank account.
Right.
That's impossible.
Okay. No, fair enough. So your music career, right, which is what we all know you for, is your primary source of income.
Yep.
Do you do anything else besides music?
I do other things that I would not like to disclose.
Okay. Yeah. No kia kia.
Yeah, you can say that.
We're Zimbabwean, and it's not a crime at all.
Yeah, I know.
Things are hard, Many people don't even own property.
I'm not going to disclose that, but what I do for the past 15 years has been able to take care of my mother, my daughter, and other relatives, and myself as well. And I'll have you know, I had been staying in Avondale, like a 2-story apartment, which I left to go stay in Grindal because my family had gotten bigger. Right. Not because I couldn't stay there anymore.
Right. I understand.
Right. So now, when all this happened, I have 3 kids, I have a wife, there's me, now we have a maid that has to come over. My place had to be bigger. Right. So y'all can understand that, if you can understand. But throughout all this, I'm not gonna say. People are thinking I'm out here to bash my way. Like, she came and she said blah 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 blah. It's okay. She's justified. That's what I want to put out there first. Like, she's justified. It's okay. She can do that. She could. My car that's getting fixed right now, she could go and crash the windscreen right now. I'd still say, my wife, it's okay. But when you feel bad, fix that windscreen. So,
all right. So now, what's your totem?
Can I not say?
Why? It's an identity thing. So you feel
those that need to know them know. Or they know already.
If anyone knows Stunner's totem, please let us know on any of our platforms. There's a reason I'm asking. We'll get to it at the end when we come to your comments. Please do send your comments, your questions, your thoughts. We're going to give the last part of this interview to you. This is why we chose to make it live, to make sure that you get to exhaust any questions that you have around this issue. It's always a big deal when something is trending, as he said, #2 on Twitter. And we want to address it so that it can be put to bed by the end of this interview. So please do send all your questions, and hopefully there won't be any grey areas left. A lot of people were criticizing earlier, saying typhoid outbreak, sure, problems. And the truth is, we agree with that, but it doesn't mean that news is not news, right? That's why newspapers have different pages, right? There's a headline story, there's a sports section, there's an entertainment section. So that's what we do, right? That's what we do as current affairs hosts, as journalists. We cover everything. So do let us know your thoughts and comments. We'll get to them right at the end. Okay, so back to you, Des. Stunner, Des, not sure which to address you as. But you keep referring to Olinda as my wife. Your current situation, are you still with her? And is the plan to stay with her after all this?
Well, we woke up in the same bed.
That doesn't answer my question.
How else can you be with somebody?
Okay.
If you're in the same bed and in the same shit. So all these things that people are saying, it is just unfortunate that I'm in the huge public eye, right? That people want to blow everything out of proportion, and we have those that really think, oh, without the wife, he's gonna be nothing, right? And they're so happy, and they're the loudest. Because if everyone is listening, and the people that are listening out there, you know how it is in Badzakamira say. I know big people, I know people in government that are staying in their wives' houses, and it's cool, it's okay.
Right.
Like, I'm going to encourage Nyangwe, boys, please don't hate your wives because she makes more. You are the same. This is 2017, right? I am with her. If things don't go well after this interview, or next week something happens, triggers something, and she says, you know what, I'm really not cool with this, I'm gonna go, then that would be that. But right now, I'm gonna go back home, and I'm the one that's going to cook, because I don't think she's too cool with me like that. So I'm the one that's going to be doing the cooking, but still I am going home.
I spoke to her earlier today because I like to speak to everyone involved.
Okay, I don't know.
And I'll tell you what she did say about cooking for you.
Yeah.
Olinda, if you'll allow me. She said, you know what, Ruvheneko, I love my husband and I want to be with my husband. And I might put a bit too much salt in his food from time to time. I might burn his favorite shirt, but I want to be with my husband. Those are words from your wife. So from what we're seeing, and you know, Zimbabweans get quick to latch onto stories, and a lot of us laughed at ourselves when we all caught feelings about the first video on the first day, only to find an apology and a Snapchat video of 2 people in bed. At the end of the day, and we've all learned a lesson that don't get involved in people's stories. And in the next 5 minutes, we're going to be taking your comments live and your questions, because the rest of this interview, as I said, belongs to you. So 5 minutes, we'll be taking your comments through. But Stana, you, as we watched the videos, a lot of things again were projected. One of them was that you think that Olinda is suicidal. Is she? How did you diagnose that?
Well, she had the pills. So it's just my assumption. Like,
what pills were those? I mean, you live in the same house. They could have been anything. They could have been
in the heat of of everything else. You know, like I said before, so I was just in passing. You know, like, besides you, what? Oh. And I even said with you, Anchada, but I'm still there.
You said Anchada?
Yeah.
You had broken up with her? Osaka, you were angry
I had that thing, you know, but then, you know, we there. So, and still, like I said, if anything is to happen next week or the week after or what, it would have been after I've gone home, we sit down and we talk about stuff. But right now, at this moment in time, we have people that are talking and people that are realizing I did wrong and then she did wrong. So I don't know which one is worse, but we still have to talk and we are talking.
So she's not crazy?
Is she?
I'm asking. It's a question.
No, I don't think so. If she was crazy, she wouldn't be at home.
And she's not suicidal? Or anymore?
I don't think she's going to do that again.
Because she said you made her that way. Remember her quote in the video? She said, "You're calling me suicidal. You made me like this."
I don't think there's going to be another episode of anything like that. I don't think it's going to happen.
You've got your house in check. And you've got things under control.
I've got things under control. I'm taking charge. This is my first time talking about this right now. So I'm taking charge and I'm trying to get things back in control. But
so while you're in control, so that this doesn't happen again, and I ask this on behalf of all women, and you could answer it in two ways. Number one, why did you cheat on your wife? Or number two, why do men cheat?
I'm not going to speak for men. Like, all men cheat because even though I have a whole lot of answers I could give you, but I can only speak for myself. You know, you see, this is going to lead you to want to ask me another question.
You don't know what I'm going to ask you.
Now, if I say this, then you probably have to ask me another question.
So answer it anyway.
But like I said before, when I get home and I've explained to my wife, and I think I'm the one, I owe her that answer. I don't owe the public.
As to why you did it.
As to why I did it. She'd probably understand better if I say to her.
I can totally respect that. Not a problem at all. Okay, so hope we're ready for our Facebook comments, our Twitter comments, our Instagram comments. For any questions that you might have to Stunna, any comments you might want to give. Of course, please do keep it, PG, or else it simply won't be read out. I know we're discussing a very sensitive topic and a very personal one at that. You know, I think many of us are sorry that your linen has been aired. One of my favorite comments in following all of this, I don't remember who it was from.
I'd love to ask as well.
One second. One of my favorite comments was, some men said that what we go through with our wives is worse when we mess up. I think the only issue was that she took it to a public forum. You're not the first couple to fight. So I want to know from you what your thoughts are on the use of social media for this kind of dispute. Because like you said, it's not the first time your wife has done it. So why the use of social media for this? And what are your thoughts on that? The way you did it.
I'm sure you know I've been through a whole lot. You know, throughout my career I've been through a whole lot, and there's never, and I'll say never, a time I've come out and said, this is what happened, it was because of, and blah 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 blah. I've always just kept on with my work, and I've just let stuff die down and stayed with my work, because truly, with respecting my fans that are out there, I do not owe my fans an explanation for what happens in my house.
Of course you do. House took the story to the public.
Right. That's why I am here and she is not here.
Yeah.
So she can explain why she took it to the public.
Okay.
I do not. As Stunna, I told you you're sitting with two people.
Right.
Stunna will continue to give his fans good music. And when I say good music, I mean really good music.
And you're certain you still have all your fans? You're certain that they did 2 months ago?
I am certain.
Or a week ago?
I'm certain real fans. And I've always said it. I'd rather perform for 2 loyal fans than perform for 1,000 that just want to see you go down. So if I have 2 fans right now,
that's enough for you.
I love them so much. They understand that I'm human,
right,
and I can make mistakes. I do not have a USB in me that says go left and I'm just going to go left.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I like that. I mean, vamwe vane mashak semi, vamwe masoja se vamwe, and fans are fans. So we'd like to hear from those fans. As I said, we're but before we do that, one question about the latest song or your relationship with her.
Those that follow me on Snapchat, right, on Snapchat, which is at Stanazim, or I think I even had the recording before all this. But when this happened, it's like a deja vu. This happens with me, right? Even when I say it's just you know, now we're just getting these awards and everything. Just last week I got 3 more awards, So in 2 months, I'm on 7 awards now. So, I mean, I don't know how this music thing works. And even before this story, I was talking to Junior Brown. I was telling him, yo, I want to do a remix for Lord Mari.
Okay.
So now, if I do this remix, now if I release this song, people are going to say, oh, but I'm always hands-on with my work.
So the song is not about Olinda, long story short.
No.
So why is Knox disassociating himself from it, saying, I don't want to be caught up in the drama? I believe you've spoken to him, he's your boy. Said, you know, F you on Snapchat, and that you've got his money, when are you going to give him? But that's separate. But my issue is, why is it that Knox has come out to publicly separate himself from you in all this drama?
It's really sad because it was Knox, because I felt like Knox can understand what was going on. Not that I'm trying to say the thing he had with his ex, I don't want to mention names because I respect both parties. It was with what I was thinking in my head. The song says, I'm letting you go, but they want to delete my message. I sent him the chorus. And I said, yo, can you do this song for me? And he said, yes. He recorded it in SA.
Right.
So I
so
didn't
there's no way.
No, he recorded it in SA and then he sent it back to me. So him saying, I forced him on. And besides, I just wanted him to be on a good song, and it is a good song. It's just
you wanted him to be on a good song. You didn't want him to make your song better.
No. I write all my choruses from Godo, Tim Wombe. Wow, I write everything. Right.
So you were trying to help him.
And people thought the same thing, that I was singing it for Pokelo.
So it means you do something for each other. Oh, were you singing it for Pokelo?
No, I was not. The song was just plain killer. I just get ideas.
Why is it that all your songs are like, oh, it just comes at this time, and oh my gosh, and then you have to defend yourself.
And they are before all this fiasco. And I have a song, Wadariko. It'll be saying, Ndarangomuka one day, Usisipo, what. And if you check on YouTube, it's labeled the Pokelo song. But for...
And your own, right? You and Pokelo, are you friends?
No.
Your wife insinuated that Pokelo was asking about your marriage at some point and that you and her still talk. What's your relationship with her, honestly?
I think it's normal for exes. People have this norm that, people shouldn't talk to their exes.
It's normal for exes to speak?
No, they have this norm where they say they shouldn't talk and whatnot and all that.
Right.
But I'd love to give an example of anyone. I have a friend, like, let's say a friend who's gone out with a musician and they broke up. I have a friend in SA. Upinda mukombi onzwa song ya ex wake elikurira. It's either anongonongodzungudza musoro kuti ningirikini arikurira. Or but if they're cool like that, if they don't have anything against it, angonosunda song kuti hambira yako yaenda urikurira kuno kuDurban kana kuMozambique.
Right.
Uyongoti chichi. So it's not like I wake up in the morning and I say good morning or what.
So you don't talk, because it made it, the videos that we saw made it seem like, one, Pokelo was questioning your marriage to Olinda the time that you moved in.
It wasn't questioning. It was you, one of those, you're getting married. I did the same thing. I even speak with the husband. Okay.
And two, it insinuated that you and Pokelo still speak in the house that Olinda pays rent for.
I speak with her, I'm not going to lie.
So, but you said, you got to do my name, so I'm like, now Jachinja.
Yo, I'm hearing your song. There's really nothing wrong. She is married. I am married. We are people. I'm somebody that once said, I love you. I'm not
so you don't subscribe to norms that say exes shouldn't speak. Would you be okay if Olinda spoke to her exes?
Especially, she does actually.
Okay, so that's your relationship. Okay, we don't have to dwell. No problem. Some comments, as I said, we're going to direct now. Excellent Dube says, have both families settled the matter?
When you say family, it's really vast. Because when you say family, you're talking about...
Your family that represents you, or Linda's family that represents her? Let's keep it simple.
It's in-house and it's going to happen. It still has to happen.
It's still ongoing.
It's still... I could get along with her.
I before Makainde Sambudzi, or you offered?
Yeah, I was supposed to go and, to her side. And I really do need to apologize for everything that's happened
to her. Yeah. All right. And then another question, Ramzi Natafa J. Stana Maria wakarora yanga iri yako ere o wakapiwa na Olinda.
Yanga iri yangu, that's why I have no car.
You invested in your wife.
I invested in my wife.
Not in a set of wheels. But she then gave you wheels, so in fact, Raka Balancer. All right. And then we've got Kimberly Muchena who says, why aren't you wearing a ring? But I can answer that. You say you don't have a court wedding. Yeah. But I suppose there's no harm in wearing a ring. You can actually put that there. Does it fit? Let's see if that
until it goes on there, then yeah. But right now there's nothing.
Okay. Yeah. And then another question from Soneni Anza. You said you don't want to be with a suicidal person. So are you staying with her or are you leaving her?
We spoke about this, and personally myself, if it's counseling, I'm gonna need some counseling. She's gonna need some counseling because we're not gonna lie. tonight. This is a serious matter, what happened. So I'm willing to sit down and talk about this.
There's another issue that your wife brought up in her videos where she said she went for reconstructive surgery to make you happy because that you said you could not be with the fattest chick in the club. And I censor that delicately.
Now you can say it how you want to say it.
It's like that one.
No,
please explain
see,
that.
That thing, first off, if people are listening anyway, I'm going to start off by saying there's a voice note that was made, right? Some guy talking about, or that was not me. And I do not even have my drinks there at that place that the guy was mentioning. It is not my voice. I like to excuse myself from that.
No, people imitate people all the time.
Right.
I mean, I could tell.
Okay, no, I just want to do that because you know what?
No.
At the end of the day, I am that guy that sang Daf Corera. My mom is bigger than.
So you like big women?
My mom is bigger than Olinda. My sisters are.
So you like big women?
I don't have a problem with big women, small women,
right.
or anything.
Okay.
One. But speaking with her,
So
this is a conversation.
Surgery?
Listen, this is a conversation that happened in the house.
Okay.
Right. Some of those things that I don't want to take out there to the people because they're just supposed to stay in the house. You see, in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, you see couples running. You see couples. They don't just wake up and say, "Now we're running." They had a conversation between themselves.
Right.
It is just unfortunate. I'll say it one more time. It is just unfortunate that my wife went out there and started saying everything to the people.
So you had a conversation in your house that insinuated that she must lose a bit of weight.
We were actually talking. She wasn't here. She was in England. It was over a voice note.
When you met her, was she smaller than she is today?
When I met her, it was pictures.
So the pictures lied to you?
The pictures didn't lie to me. I liked everything I saw. We spoke about it. Like, I know that is nothing. It's something that we can always fix. How we can do this.
It's something we can always fix. Like something.
Even if when you have a problem, we have a problem right now. We can fix this problem. We're trying to fix a problem.
So she's a problem that must be her. So her weight is a problem that you realize can be fixed down the line.
If she looked at it as a problem?
If she?
Sometimes she did look at it as a problem.
She did, not you.
Not me.
So
because
she
can't say
felt
I'm
that her
I'm not here to bash her or say anything negative about her.
No, I'm concerned because, I mean, personally, I'm a plus-size woman, right?
Plus-size woman.
And I'm going to take this personal on this level, not to defend anyone.
And just
but
to add on to that,
ask
I have a shop that sells clothes for plus-size women in
So why would she have to go for reconstructive surgery, in her words, nearly die, to make you happy? She made it seem like she was doing this for you. Why?
Even if she's getting her hair done, who else should she be doing it for?
So she was going to lose weight for you. Getting your hair done.
Even if she's getting her nails done,
doesn't risk your life, and it doesn't cost as much.
I got this hairdo done. I wasn't doing it. I'm not doing it for you. I just do it to make my wife proud and say when she says that's my husband, she doesn't.
You're now being very lyrical.
No,
I'm not. I'm asking Desmond, who's married to Olinda,
ask Desmond
about the
you're talking about very costly. Remember, we're talking about this person that is saying she's bought my everything. So cost is not a factor here.
So it shouldn't matter how much it costs, but it's a problem that needs to be fixed in your eyes and in hers, that she must lose weight.
So when we spoke,
because you're the hottest rapper that can't be the fattest chick in the club. Did you say those words, by the way?
How we spoke.
Did you say those words?
How we spoke.
So
that's what I'm getting at. How we spoke was between husband and wife. We're speaking in our bedroom, and then words will come out. Whether I was laughing or I was not laughing, words are going to come out. Then I come on, I show them my looks sanguinini, and my rasta aite. Tataura director to Monkana Chipopota, Okana Chitukata will say what they want to say, how they want to say it. But when she said it to you guys,
it sounded worse than you meant it.
Obviously, I'd love for my wife to probably wake up in the morning with me, run with me. I go to the gym all the time. I do press-ups before I sleep.
Right.
Right. It is. I see couples running in the morning. I see what, like I was going to say to you, Kuti, for them to start running. Probably the wife said to the husband, it's up to him. Let's work on it. Or are you going to pop out on Facebook? Then you try and make it seem like your husband is this evil person.
So in your eyes, she should lose a bit of weight for her own good.
Right now, it's if she wants to. If she doesn't want to,
You're not bothered by it.
I'm not bothered by it. She can just be like that since it's out there and apopota about it. So I strongly feel like she wants to stay like that. So it's okay.
And how will you defend her? Because, you know, I'm speaking to you personally, but as someone's husband, publicly she has received a lot of backlash. There's a lot of people that say awful things online. You know, they really do. And some people said to the extent of, Iwe wakadaro, ungafungo tangaregeze kuchita. So what would you say in your wife's defense of her physical image?
In my wife's defense, Ruvheneko, I think most of the times that you've gone out, you've seen me with my wife. In the high-end clubs, probably low-end, we've even, I can't mention.
Yeah, and at church, yeah.
And at church, I'm not trying to advertise places. So if I was ashamed of my wife, why would I be all up in there and, you know, doing all that?
Okay. So you love her the way she is?
Like
Do
I
you
said,
love your
my
wife?
mom is even bigger than her.
Do you love your wife?
I'm with her. I married her.
Do you love your wife?
Yes, I do.
Right.
That's why I'm here. If I didn't, where would I be? But right now, before you smile and everything, we have a problem.
You have a problem. That
I'm
you need
saying
to fix.
we
The same problem you thought she had.
I'm looking.
You need to fix.
I would love to think she's watching. We have a problem. I will say I love my wife because I'm trying to fix this.
Right.
But I'm not happy with the actions that were taken or what happened before all the fights even started. And she knows I've been telling her about this. I'm not here to lie to the public or just to try and save face.
Right.
Because by just being here, I've gone against everything that I believe in. I do not do social media, taking out in-house problems and putting them out there. What I just believe in. Most people have been bashing at me on Snapchat, like, oh, you're joking, you're swimming, and what.
But maybe it was a coping mechanism for you, which we all understand. It's psychology.
We all deal with things differently.
Yeah, we deal with things differently. I mean, people, like you said, will speculate on your every single move because you are in the limelight.
And I'm going to stay on it, by the way. Apana kondiноenda ungemvura muchemba. I sing, that is what I do. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay, we've got a comment here from Nyari Janzi. When is he joining Olinda ku UK?
Nyari, why didn't you ask me when is Olinda coming to Zimbabwe?
Well,
why should I go to the UK?
Okay, let me not project.
Why should I go to the UK? Just
it's
like
an honest question, Stana.
Yeah,
you don't have to be defensive about it.
I'm not defending, actually.
Right, so when are you going to stay together? We could just twist the question. It's not a big deal.
Like
when
I
are
said,
you two going to be living together
again,
as husband and wife? And where
from this interview, we still have to talk. We still have to have some elders sit us down. This is
counseling.
This is going to be our thing, and when we agree with, okay, this is what's up, we are good, we are 100 with each other, then we can look at that. But don't just assume that akaita mukadzi ari kuEngland iye ari kuZimbabwe, he's so much crazy about wanting to be in England. I've had a lot of opportunities to just stay in England, and I've still come back home, and I'll always come back home.
So that's your story for now.
Yeah.
So just to come back to the key issues here that we've addressed today, being your position with your wife, that you are, like you said, still waking up and going to sleep in the same bed. You're working on things, and you're most likely going to stay together. What would you say to your fans, as well as people that look at you as a role model, regarding what you've just been through in the image that's been portrayed of you? It's not all good. So what message would you give to them, first and foremost?
First of all, I'd like to answer a certain question that I saw on the net.
Which one?
First of all, somebody asked me, Anzi, Stana, wasn't a suitcase?
Look, I wanted to get technical, but you know what? I've got no evidence of what you have and don't have. Okay,
no, I just want to get it.
Feel free.
No, the problem was that so now I had to take hair bags.
Oh, saka idzo dzatu dzawanga at the time of that footage,
yes.
It was her suitcase because your bags were full.
Yeah, I
think I receiving.
I
thought you were working things out.
When I get home, you know, and like, okay, are you satisfied with what I said with Ruvheneko? If you're not, you know, me and my bags, you know.
And now is your time, please. If you have any more questions for Sana, okay, Desmond, Chideme, please send them through now. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We try to make this as easily accessible to all of you as possible. So now is your time. After this,
yeah, I know, because I've been seeing the questions as well.
Yeah,
you see,
yeah.
That's the thing. I've been seeing the questions, and I have most of them. Some guys like, so why did you give her the phone? And just to clarify on who she was.
Yeah.
Like, even I know the groups that I've been put in. I'm going to speak for those. I know a group known as the Team JP.
Team JP.
Yeah, these are WhatsApp groups. Team JP.
Right, okay.
And I know Mr. Putiti, that's XQ. That's his group. It's like this new thing that's coming with the new age and the social, where artists have WhatsApp groups.
Right.
And when you have a show, you have your people that just say, you're loyal, that you know, when they get a show, copy. So you end up having this bond with they're like your friends. Right? So what happened with that phone? I had 2 phones. So you know, like I didn't give away like I've given away a phone. It's okay. Just like the same thing. Trigger, I've given him a phone. I've got a young kid.
So the phone that you allegedly gave to a girlfriend, that's not true.
She is not my girlfriend like that. And I'm not going to get into detail.
She's not your girlfriend, but you admitted that you cheated with her.
You see, you don't always do that. Girlfriend. I've explained to my wife.
So your wife had a conversation with this woman,
yes,
right? And
but
she
asked the question, the pertinent question was, so do you guys have a relationship? Do you sit and have coffees, call each other and say, that's what you're saying.
You gave an example.
That is what you're saying.
But
because now you're accusing me.
So let's do the same.
Right.
It's a talk show.
Okay.
Let's use words.
It's a talk show. So don't put words on me that I haven't said.
You said it. You gave an example.
I'm giving you examples.
Okay. So this lady.
So just because the takura mama oguswa ndikano feed mombe, it doesn't mean mombe yangu.
Okay.
Right? That's another example. I could give you a whole lot.
So you gave this lady a cell phone. Why?
Because like I just told you, you have people that you move with that eventually become your friends.
So like you gave a friend a cell phone?
Yes, I have known her for 2 years. So and I have, it is my phone. Remember,
the minute she hands it over to you.
Ruvheneko, I've been married for how long?
A year.
Customarily.
I don't know.
Right now, wait. Right now, if we were to break up, if you were with somebody for 3 months, if you were to break up with your husband and you've been married for 3 months, or even girlfriend, if you stay with her for more than a year, if you break up, she can go to court and get half of what's yours. You know that, right? So her going around saying, my, it's not my, it's ours.
Okay, you can justify that.
It's not being justified.
The point is, wakaba baby phone.
Yangu.
Right, baby rako kanoti phone yako.
Ndakapa I actually need a phone at that moment in time. The same way I have 4 other people that have phones for me.
So you bless people sometimes with the gifts that you're given. You sometimes just bless
if you need this and I feel I don't need it, I'll give you.
Wow. So, okay, this sounds like we're backtracking or even taking 10 steps back. I'm not going to take this further because I don't want to lose focus of what this conversation is about. You've already admitted what you admitted, and so I asked you to address something to your fans and the people that look up to you. You did already, Handiti.
Yes, but to my fans, like, honestly, I didn't really address anything to my fans. I mean, by now, I'm sure they follow me. We have a lot of ups and downs, but in the end, I get the job done. Right? And most of these issues, they're usually just personal issues. It's not like I come out like some people that curse at fans or do whatever. I've never done that. So with my fans, they know I get the job done. They say, dude, we want awards end of the year. I give them awards. We want a hit song. I give them a hit song. So I'm really sorry my fans have to be dragged into personal things that really do not need, because what they just want is music. Right. And relatives, I'm going Hamadzangu, whether ndize kunkadzi kana kuti Hamadzangu enini. I am really sorry because you keep getting into all this, and I apologize from the deepest depths of my heart. I apologize, and I hope this does not happen again. And after we have the talk, when we get home, or tagaris kwapasi and everything, and I'm just hoping we have a decision where everybody is happy and we move on with life. I would really love for that to happen. Who wouldn't want to be happy? I definitely want to be happy. But if we get to a decision where I'm not happy, she's not happy, and we have to go apart, again, to my fans, you have known Stana for the longest time. I've been able to take care of myself. I can take care of myself. Please do not worry.
Although he doesn't mind being taken care of.
I do not. I totally do not mind.
It works too.
It works too. If you're my wife, please.
And he doesn't mind also taking care of you with his wife's money. He doesn't mind either. Because if you need something, he'll give it to you. I'm summarizing our conversation.
You're summarizing our conversation. It's okay.
And then the other thing, is in terms of apologies and people that I feel you should address, there is also the element of the people or the woman that was implicated by the wrong name calling. Right? There was this woman in question.
Dion Chessa.
I didn't want to say her name because I don't want to put her out there again because there's some people that didn't even know her name. But what would you say to someone like that? An innocent victim roped into this drama. Her life could have completely changed.
Actually, I think she's learned a lesson that you do not play with social media like that, because she put out a post and she's like, I am the other woman. That's what she did.
As a joke, yeah.
As a joke. Mm-hmm. But you can play with certain names, and like I said, I'm not going to assume that I am big in this country, and I'm not being cocky. But right now, I know that I can affect a lot of people, affect a lot of lives, and I've been the topic of discussion for 2-3 days now. So please.
But because
no,
it's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily good to be talked about like this.
The problem, no, it's not necessarily good, but I'm trying to address the issue that social media is there, but people are abusing it.
Right.
They do not know how to handle it.
Sure.
Don't just comment because you feel you have bundles.
Sure.
Right? Because sometimes someone says something really smack at me and I feel like I want to reply. Then you open profile picture and you're like, really? Is this the person that's saying this to me? Sometimes just read, laugh if you have to laugh. And then you don't have to comment on everything. Because now she commented on this. People started getting at her. So I don't think I owe her an apology. In fact, she should apologize to the people that she did what she did.
Sure. All right. Well, that's clear. And to all the women that perhaps thought that Stan is now on the market in light of this, can you clarify that?
Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm not bragging when I'm saying this, but I'm going to address all the women that are texting me right now. Trust me, I have enough the text in my phone.
Maybe give the phone back to Muridzi.
Women,
she can answer for you.
Women, no, that one is not hers. Okay. And this whole talk about bring back my car or what, everybody knows I am not driving.
Right.
I wasn't driving. I'm not a licensed driver. I am not driving.
Okay.
So I wasn't there driving anything.
Sure.
I got my manager there. He drives me.
Sure.
These women, I've been thinking you're all compassionate and you're feeling for another woman and everything. But I have women buzzing my phone. Hi, I am who? Hey, can we exchange pictures? And well, I'm not trying to get your pictures. I don't want this. So you all can act like you're pissed off. People that are known, they're texting me, Ruvheneko, right? Saying, hey, if you ever need to talk. No, I don't need to talk with you.
But you said you've got fans and you've got people that
No.
Sometimes they
I'm not trying to get to the intentions. I know.
Right.
I'm grown.
Right.
I am so not interested.
Right.
And in another life or anything, if I wanted to find someone, I am like a cat. I do not choose my master does not choose me. I choose my master.
Right.
So,
another comment that I would like you to address is that from women that I would say feminists in particular, those ones that definitely took aside a strong stance against you. Seeing the pain that you put another woman through. I believe one of the comments that came on Facebook from Nomatemba Ndebele was, Sana, you hurt one woman, you've hurt all of us. What would you say to women? Because a lot of your fans are women. So what would you say to them?
To all the women out there, right? I don't know if I said before or after. Like I've been saying, I'm sure I didn't give you all the answers that you wanted. I've just been saying, you know what? I've explained to my wife. And you don't
have to. You answer to one woman. So.
I'm saying, I've explained to my wife and I will keep explaining to her until she gets it. Maybe it'll be up to her. Maybe if she has a genuine thing and she'll put this big picture of me saying, no, my husband or whatever. But the feminists that are out there, right? I think they really need to look at both sides, because I start seeing them saying, we're going to boycott his show and what. But I want to say thank you very much if you actually considered to come into the show. But now you want to boycott this show because of what you think happened, not because of the facts that you have.
No, but you've explained the facts. The facts is you hurt your wife, and that's
so
all they care about.
Nobody in all that happened, I never put a hand on my wife. That should mean something.
You put a hand on her heart, which is worse.
I'm getting somewhere.
Which is worse.
I'm getting somewhere. I never left the house, which is where the heart is. I stayed in the house to work things out, to say, look, my wife, this is what it is. It's like A, B, C, D, E. So if I didn't care for women, if I didn't care for her, I'd have been like, shandezve kwako ndakapfeka mabhegi nichenza kuti pamwe nichanze aona ndidzoka ichi but nangosiwa ndichipfeka mabhegi angu. So I did all that, but I'm still in the house. I'm still gonna go back and everything, and now look, I got tears in my eyes. Please, boy.
Are those real tears?
I have this.
Why are you tearing up?
So wait.
Why are you tearing up?
Because this is crazy.
It
The way she reacted, and maybe I didn't react or whatever, but on the real, people should just get out of my life. That's what I want. I just try and do music.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing. I don't know why people have to hate me. Because but Zimbabweans hate me. And I know that for a fact. I know friends that I hang with that hate me. But I talk with them because at the end of the day, I need to talk with someone.
Right.
Look at in my house and everything, you know.
It's okay.
So all this that is happening, you asked me if I still love my wife. I said yes. I'm saying yes because I'm trying to think there's hope. But the honest truth is that I'm hurt. This has never, I've been married before. My wife wronged me and I wronged her, but no one knows about it. Not even my mother knows why I broke up with my first wife.
Right.
I don't know how my mom feels about my wife right now. Because Chideme. I've gained so much. Not when I think about the $25. I'm still out here, I'm wearing clothes that I bought and I'm looking good.
Right.
If she's listening, this was never about talking about. I have a lot that I could say. Maybe that's why I'm tearing up. I have a lot. But I won't, because I'm thinking, when I saw her, I chose her. I chose a wife. I didn't choose Munweba Facebook. I chose my lights when she pose up a red carpet. I chose a wife. I thought to myself, this is my time to settle down. I'm really angry is an understatement, Kuti. She went on Facebook. No one does that.
Right.
I've cancelled a lot of people. Even on Snapchat, it's never. Trust me, if she had packed her bags out at Chibuda, sorry. But for what she did, I can't say sorry to her because she took revenge.
Right. Successfully, clearly, because it's hurt you. And her going out there was intended to hit you where it hurts. Intended
to hit me. This is we're at war in my house, and I'm still trying to fight to say, look, we are here. I want this to work, not because of anything Chirukupi, but because I saw her and I thought to myself, look, I like this person. Chimba, old school music. She's my age. You know, we have an age difference of about 4 years. She's younger than me. And when we sing, we're singing Kenny Lattimore, we're singing Aaliyah, what? That's my person.
Right.
But this, so I've done that. I'm supposed to come to you and say sorry. But now when you tell people, I didn't cheat on Facebook.
Yeah.
This is the kind of action to all these feminists that you're talking about. This action, because maybe, you know, you got this money and what? This is what will make Muruman for Greystone Park about Kumbaruga Garam Dishirezing. Because Arun's Baba Mawea, Baba Makadi. Because now you think, yeah, I've got this. Now you tell me, it's not even supposed to be like that.
Right.
You all don't like me, you don't like my music, it's okay. But let me do what I do. I'm not doing it for you. I have 5 people out there that care about what I sing. Let me just sing for them, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave this place, go home. Whatever happens, happens. But honestly speaking,
I think you've definitely said a lot. I think on that note, I don't want to add any more. I think it's very clear that emotions have been struck from both sides. And we are not here, Stana or Linda, we're not here to play judge or jury. It's, as we said, an issue that was put in our face. And it's something we reacted to, whether we felt for you, whether we felt for Linda, or just as people. There's things that happen that we cannot ignore. And because you're a public figure, you're a celebrity, you're somebody that people respect and know. And this has happened. And so like we said, we're not here to judge the situation. But what I do hope for everybody watching this today, that we can put this issue to bed and let the two of them handle it in their home. Hakuna imba isina gonzo, hapana musha isina gonzo. And at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. So I hope that this does answer every single question that's out there regarding the private lives of these two people. Sometimes we forget that they're people. So we're going to close off on that note. And thank you very much for giving us your time, Desmond and Ruvheneko. And it has been a pleasure being able to host this very important social conversation right now. So thank you for your time, and we'll be back with more. 2017 is a big year. We'll be good. So be good, and if you can't be good, be safe.